It's like, as a reality show, they would be like the most boring thing ever.
Shilpi and Anthony home. I have to say that I was instrumental in the formation of Shilpi and Anthony's relationship. Oh, yeah, that's the couple where the boy's Indian and the girl's white, right?
We go to the same jazzercise class, and we stretch next to each other.
I was studying for the bar, and they were in love, and it was great.
It gets annoying. It makes me feel really inadequate.
I've had to find new clients, which is very difficult because Anthony was a pretty steady customer.
It's cute, it's lovely, but who gives a crap?
Shilpi, I know Shilpi because we met while we were dancing at USC.
Anthony and I met in grad school in our first production class.
Well, Anthony was basically the nicest guy that's ever existed in the world.
I met Shilpi when she posted an ad on Mandy.com. She was looking for a producer for her short film, The Indian and the Samurai.
My first impression of Shilpi was that she must be wonderful because Anthony is crazy about her. Because all he did was talk about her nonstop.
When I first met Anthony, I thought that he's very professional, very formal and very polite.
One morning after a long night of filming, we were loading up the production truck, and Anthony said to me, "Maria, I have to ask you something, but you can't tell anyone." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Oh, I really like Shilpi, and do you think she's dating anyone, or do you think she would go out with me? But don't tell anyone." So I thought I was the only one that knew. Well, here, everybody came to the truck to put something on it. Anthony asked the same question of.
On Shilpi's thesis, I was the assistant cameraman. Imagine I'm here and Anthony's here, right? Like this. And all I hear this Anthony say here is just, "Look at how beautiful she is. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Oh man." And I'm just going, "Dude, let's just do some work." I mean, come on, really, man? And yet that's all I hear the entire time.
Anthony came over to my place one night following an evening of having just hung out with Shilpi. And to say he was ecstatic having just spent time with her would be an understatement. He pretty much was floating on air the entire time just because he had spent the day in her presence.
I remember posting something about fairy tale love being real, and Shilpi responded on my Facebook saying, "I think it's real too because that's what I have with Anthony." When I looked at them and realized they were gonna last, Anthony had a guitar and Shilpi had her amazing vocal cords, and they did a song called Falling Slowly, and they did a rendition that, while probably not technically flawless, still sits with me to this day. Like, I looked at them after, and I remember specifically, I said, "Do you know how lucky you are to have each other?"
I think people throw around the word happiness a lot, but the one thing I've always loved about Anthony and Shilpi is that they genuinely have this aura of happiness happening around them, and it always makes me happy to be with them, and it makes them a very special couple.
I mean, they're great, but they're not perfect. I mean, they got their flaws.
I think the funniest thing about Shilpi and Anthony is the fact that Anthony really loves Indian food and Shilpi kind of does not. He actually made us once some Indian food, which was really, really good. Whereas when I went to an Indian restaurant with Shilpi, she couldn't even recommend any good stuff.
They don't eat enough meat. Anthony needs to get back to eating a less vegetarian diet.
They're always singing and playing instruments. It's like in their minds, life is a Bollywood film.
The lamest thing about the relationship is that they're like obnoxiously happy. And I don't know. I guess it was supposed to be funny.
I think the thing I'm worried about with them right now is they seem a little overly in love with their cat, Tycho.
They They sing along to the radio, but in cat sounds, you know, like screaming cats.
It's one thing to love an intelligent creature like a llama, but obsessing over a cat like they do, they're gonna need some therapy.
Poncho is not fond of cats, and I'm not really sure how I feel about cats either.
If Anthony and Shilpi were to give me some advice, ultimately, I would think it would be get a cat and for Anthony to stay unemployed for as long as possible.
When I look at them, I know that I have absolutely no hope of getting a divorce commission out of either of them.
They're happy, but it's just so boring.
Are you strangely disturbed by what you've seen here today?
No, don't look away. Don't look away.
You're still here. Jai-ho!
Call my therapy office. 1-800-GET-WELL.
Look who's coming. Come here. This is my cat Shilpi. Anthony, come here, Anthony. Little Anthony. Oh, Shilpi and Anthony. That's how much I love you guys. Kiss, kiss, kiss like you love each other.